Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Finale Notepad e-learning module. My name is Omar Blanco and I am the instructor for this course. So here we are with lesson 3, making edits. So if you ever need to replace anything within your Finale document, this is the lesson that is going to teach you how to do that. This is probably my most interesting lesson, my personal favorite, because it goes through different ways that you can mess with Finale. So in this lesson, we're going to be covering replacing notation, removing measures, adding measures, changing the key signature, and changing the title and composer. Let's go ahead and get started. So here we are in our masterpiece document that we made in lesson 1 and we added notation to in lesson 2. The first thing I'm going to be showing you guys is how to erase notation. Let's say you want to erase something within your measure. It's very, very simple to do so. You're going to go back up to your toolbar, okay? And if you hover over any of these icons, it's going to tell you exactly what it is. If you hover all the way to the left, in the second row, you're going to see the eraser tool. Go ahead and click that. And if you go to any of your notes, let's go ahead and erase the first 2 measures of notes. Erase and erase. Now, Finale automatically defaults everything back into a whole rest when you delete the entire measure because there's nothing on that measure anymore. You can click on any of these notes that you want to delete and it'll automatically just delete that note and not the entire measure. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now, let's say you need to replace notation. You don't want to delete the note, you just want to switch the note. For example, I have a whole note right here and I don't want it to be a G, I want it to be an A or a B. Well, you got to make sure you select the same tool. So I need to go back and select a whole note from my taskbar and go back and I'm going to click on this note right here. And as you can see, it played a G for me. Now I'm going to move it up. A. And there it is. It's set as an A now. Well, I wanted it as a B actually. So drag it up and that's it. Again, you got to drag around. As you can see, I'm holding down the clicker and I'm able to move through any of the notes that I want. I'm going to go ahead and leave this as an A here. All right, so that is how we replace any type of notation within Finale. You just simply make sure you select the same one and you can drag up and drag down. All right, and again, this can be applied to everything as you go through. Now, let's talk about removing measures. So, for example, if I look at the bottom of my document, I have way too many empty measures and it just kind of looks too messy. It's going to confuse my students and I don't want it to be like that. So I want all these measures to go away. How can I do that? Very simple. We're going to go up here back to our toolbar and we're going to select the selection tool. It's right in the middle of the first row. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and click on one of these measures and we're going to hold down Shift and we're going to keep clicking all the measures we want to remove. You can see the rest of them being highlighted. Again, you are holding down Shift as you're clicking through these. So I'm going to let go of Shift and I'm going to press the delete button on my keyboard. And all my measures are gone. Now my music looks so much cleaner. Okay. Again, if you didn't use 10 measures that you thought you were going to use, that's a great way to go back, make it look nice and clean, and Finale would automatically format it for you to make it look as neat and easy as possible. Okay, so let's move on now. Let's say you deleted too many measures and you need to add measures. Well, this part is very, very simple. You're going to go up to your menu bar. Next to File, we have Edit. And as you can see, the only thing that we're able to select is a few things here, and we're going to select Add Measures. Finale will ask you, how many measures do you want to add? Let's go back. Let me add 8 measures. Press OK. Boom. Finale has now added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 measures for me. And again, it reformatted my music as well. All right. So now, this one is probably the most intricate one, and it's changing your key signature. When you change your key signature, you're pretty much changing the heart of all of your music, the tone of all of your music. So notes are going to shift up or down, ladies and gentlemen. So be aware of that. Don't expect all your notes to be in the same spot once you do this. So be cautious when you do it. I would only change the key signature in some dire situations, okay? But I do want to show you how to do it. Again, right next to the selection tool, we have the key signature tool right up here in our toolbar. Click that, and as you can see, we're in B flat major. This is what we selected in the first lesson. I want to go to C major, and I want all my notes to shift up if they need to. Okay, so again, you got to make sure you're aware that your notes are about to shift. Once you click OK, boom, my notes shifted up. I had a C here, now it's a D, and all these notes went one note up. We have added 2 sharps to a key signature, and everything. These were all Fs, now they're all Gs. Okay, so just make sure you are aware of that. Changing the key signature is going to mess with your music as well. Again, I would only do this in the most drastic of times, but if you need to, that is how you do it. All right, so now let's talk about changing the title and composer. For some reason or another, you made a mistake when you first put it on and you need to make sure that you get it correct. Well, this is going to be very simple as well. Go back up to your toolbar and again hover all the way to the end and you have your text tool. Once you click on your text tool, you're going to see these little boxes come up. There's one here and there's one here. Okay, so once you do that, go ahead and double click right here and it highlights, or it kind of puts a box over it, and you're able to edit your music. Masterpiece number 1. And there it is. Now I got my little box over here. Change my composer. So instead of my first name, I'm going to go ahead and put Mr. Blanco. And that's how you change your title and composer. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and recap real quick. So in this lesson, we went through making edits in our finale document, and that went from replacing notation, removing measures, adding measures, changing the key signature, and changing the title and composer of our piece. Again, I would go into finale, tinker with all of these things, add measures, remove measures, replace all of your notation, change your key signature a couple of times so you can see how it really does affect your music, and change your title and composer. That way you don't forget how to do it. The more you tinker with it, the more comfortable you're going to get. And I'll see you in lesson 4.